The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
Welcome to another game night episode of Schuck on a Truck. I'm Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman, hanging out on the tailgate here at historic Fuzz Burgess Field in Carthage, week 9 of the football season. Week 9 of the football season also means that winter sports are coming soon, and the guy sitting next to me will be really busy when that happens. Not like you're not busy enough now, right?
Yeah, I'm not that busy right now, but come the winter time, I might be a little bit more busier.
Illini West athletic director, girls basketball coach, and probably on any given day we could add like 7 titles to that. Grant Surprenant, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You are a busy man. You have a lot that goes on a daily, every day is busy for you here at Illini West, isn't it?
Absolutely, but I really enjoy it. Every day is a new day. It's a great opportunity we have great athletes walking these hallways, and anytime that you get to come out Friday night, last home game and senior night, it's a beautiful night. You can't beat it.
Well, and it's been a very successful fall across the board for Illini West. Boys golf team, first ever trip to the state tournament, had success at the state tournament, got to play both days. A lot of individual success as well for Nolan Dietrich and Nick Bruns, and I know I'm going to forget somebody, so I don't want to keep, Colby Robertson.
Yep.
So I know once I started down that road, I was going to forget somebody, but
yeah.
The volleyball teams had a lot of success heading into postseason next week with the starter regionals. What is the atmosphere like right now at Illini West?
This year it's been a lot of positivity. School spirit has really grown this year, and it all comes back to the work ethic of our student athletes that we have here. You hit it on the nose. Our golf team this year, first time going to state as a team, ended up placing 6th as a team. That's a huge accomplishment. Coach Murphy's done a great job of starting young and getting golf kids excited about playing golf. I mean, heck, my son, who's in 2nd grade now, started doing summer camp this year. He loved it. So
awesome.
The success they had really, hopefully, will carry over on the boys' side going into the winter time. And then our volleyball team has played really well this year. In the last couple games, we've played some tough competition, but overall, and when you win 27 games in the regular season, that's a great accomplishment. Winning the Rushville volleyball tournament was a big one. So I think that success will help us and give us some momentum moving into regional time in that. But overall, the atmosphere has been really good, and it's heading in the right direction. I
know as we sit here at halftime of the football game, scoreboard's not tilted in Illini West favor, but going into tonight 4-4, had a chance to get in the playoffs if they could win tonight's game. The football team's right there. They're in that mix. So it's not like it's been a bad season for them. They fought, they battled, they've put themselves in a position to potentially get to the playoffs.
Yeah, and the boys, they played hard every single week, and they come to practice and they want to be successful in that. But so we play in a tough conference in the Prairie Land.
Yes.
And night in, night out, you have to play your best game. And we have 11 seniors that have done a great job these 4 years playing for us. And you got to understand, the last couple of years there was COVID and thrown in the mix with that. But, they haven't given up yet. And that's a true character of the type of character they have. And the coaching staff, week in and week out, has gotten them prepared. And some nights you're just going to play a better opponent. And the scoreboard might not be what we want right now, but that doesn't mean that we haven't had success this year on the football side.
Well, and you hope all that carries over, all that school spirit, all that camaraderie, all that success carries over to the winter.
Absolutely. Obviously,
with you being a girls basketball coach,
Yep.
you really hope for that. But the boys basketball program made strides last year. Girls basketball program was really good, has been really traditionally really good, and I think there's expectations for you guys on both ends this winter. And wrestling, you almost forget about wrestling,
Yes.
but wrestling had success last year as well.
Yeah, we had a wrestler make it to state, and I think we've got a couple more wrestlers that are interested in competing this winter, so that's always good to have.
Great.
But yeah, you look at the basketball side of things, boys basketball, they had some success last year, and I'm excited to kind of watch them grow.
Yep.
Nolan Dietrich is going to be a big piece, I believe, for them as a senior.
Right.
But then you got Colby Robertson, who's a junior now, who played some as a sophomore on the varsity level. So, the expectations are going to be high for them. and it's the expectations are high every year on the girls basketball side. You know, we were fortunate enough to have 5 seniors last year that were a big part of the success we've had for the last 4 years.
Right.
And when you graduate 5, you have to find some pieces and figure out, okay, how's this team gonna come out ready to go October 31st, our first practice, and our expectations, they don't change year in, year out. It doesn't matter who you have. We want to play the best, and we do. We understand the area is going to be loaded again, and that's just part of it. But if you're not a competitor and you don't take those games and want to play in those type of games then you shouldn't be playing sports. So I'm very excited about the winter sports taking off here. But we're still in the fall, and I keep telling all the athletes, you know, until your fall sport is done, you're focusing on trying to win a regional and advancing into postseason, because anything can happen in the postseason, and you just never know.
Well, I had the chance to see the Illini West volleyball team when they played at Quincy Notre Dame earlier this year. I know they're going to be coming back to Quincy Notre Dame for the regional next week.
Yep.
I like what Dakota Lafferty's done with that program, and she's got them playing at a high level and an excited level. I don't know if I've seen a more energetic and excited group. Point after point. I mean, they stay very engaged.
Yeah, you know, Coach Lafferty does a good job with the volleyball program, and she's got those girls headed in the right direction. And I'm excited to see how those girls compete come postseason. You know, the last 2 games we played against Southeastern and Unity, those are games that are going to help them come postseason, because you want to go in the postseason playing some tough teams and kind of see where you're at, what we have to work on, and understand, you know, you're going to Quincy Notre Dame. We understand that, but it's a great opportunity to compete against them, and on any given night, if you show up ready to play and have a little more energy in that team, you know, anything can happen.
I know it's a beautiful night out here on a crisp but very pleasant October evening. Next time you and I get together, it might not be as nice weather-wise.
Oh, no. You might have to be sleeping in Carthage if you come down here. But, I mean, what can you ask? It's a beautiful night here in Carthage. When I woke up this morning, I looked at the temperature, and I was like, man, it's almost 80 degrees. It feels like the first game of week 1.
Crazy.
But, you know, we had great festivities honoring all our seniors for the football team, the golf team, cheerleaders. We're going to do band here shortly. In cross country, so it's been a successful fall for us, and hopefully we can carry that over into the winter and then into the spring as well.
I'm not sure Mother Nature will allow us to sit on the tailgate of the truck, but let's hang out again come winter.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, you do so much for our area, and I'm appreciative of that. I mean, I remember when I first got my job here as Illini West as head girls basketball coach, and talking to you, and just our relationship has grown, and I feel like I'm one of the veteran coaches now because I'm going into my 11th year. I think Coach Klein and I are like kind of up there.
They are.
And then after that, we've got, you know, a couple first and second year coaches, some third, fourth, fifth year coaches. So, you know, I've learned a lot. I've grown as a basketball coach. I'm learning as I go as an athletic director, you know, kind of being sprung into it late after Christmas. But I'm learning that, and I'm enjoying it.
Good.
It's great to have support of my family, and my kids always come to games and they love to be around. So it's a great atmosphere. So, you know, we appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Now, I realize there's a nice amount of tasty treats over at the concession stand.
Absolutely.
But it's not quite like Portillo's, is it?
No. I mean, you and I know Portillo's is the spot to be. And
That's
every
right.
time, if we go out on a summer basketball tournament and things like that, the girls know, like, we have to, one of the spots we have to stop is at Portillo's, and the other one's probably Chili's, because those are my 2 favorite spots.
Okay.
And growing up in the Chicago area, those are the spots. So we're going to have to make another trip to somewhere, maybe Springfield, to get some Portillo's, you and I here.
I'm with you.
I'll be down for that.
Last time we did that, we had a lot of fun. That was in Bloomington, and
That's right.
we'll have to, now that they're getting a little closer to us,
Yes.
we'll have more opportunities.
Yes, I was in Peoria this past weekend at a Luke Bryan concert with my wife. It's the one time we actually got away. I mean, that's
Very
the thing.
nice.
Like,
Wow.
Yes, because, you know, her and I are so busy. Our kids are playing sports
Right.
now. Elliot's, my daughter's in basketball right now, and Cannon's doing baseball and basketball and football. So we had a weekend away, and I was a little disappointed we weren't able to go to Portillo's. But we'll probably go over there this winter time and do some shopping for Christmas, and we'll definitely hit it up.
Is Danielle as big a Portillo's fan as you?
Not really,
See.
but she understands it.
Okay.
It makes me happy. So, I mean, there's things that I have to do, and there's things that she has to do to make each other happy in that, and that's just part of marriage.
Well,
right?
my wife and I just celebrated our anniversary.
That's right.
And we talked about, let's go celebrate.
Yep.
She picked Shakespeare's Pizza in Columbia
I
as
did.
the place to go.
I did see that. So you made a trip to Columbia.
Yeah,
for
but
Shakespeare Pizza.
and it was her idea, her decision. Because I was going to leave it up to her. She could pick wherever if we wanted to stay in Quincy or go somewhere, and she picked Shakespeare's. I married her for a reason.
That's right. And I haven't been to Shakespeare's in a couple years in that, but that's a place too that when you go down to Columbia, if you're gonna get pizza, you got to get Shakespeare.
That's
exactly right.
Well, we could do a whole segment on food.
We could.
But
But
I
I
know
like talking sports too.
I do too. And we got a football game to get back to here momentarily.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for hanging out on the tailgate.
Yep. Thank you very much.
It's been a blast, and we'll do it again this winter.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
For Illini West Athletic Director and girls basketball coach Grant Surprenant, I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman. Check us out again with another game night episode of Schuck on a Truck.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.